Welcome back. This is episode 161 of the NYYST podcast. I am your host, Christian. As always, joined by my co-host, Chris.
You.
And what kind of guy do you want to be today?
It's that guy, Rye.
Stat Guy Rye.
My original name. What up?
Last night, the Yankees won. Oh, no.
They won?
Well, I don't know. It's 75 degrees out, so I figured that
It's
somebody
fucking
played
spring.
baseball last night.
It's crazy, man.
And then we're getting 14 inches of snow next week.
No,
Was that a
not.
record yesterday?
They don't even know what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow. You're going to believe what they're telling you is going to happen on Saturday?
No, I got this from a better source than a weatherman.
Oh, you have a good source?
I
Who
got a
was it,
source.
Simonetti?
I got to.
That fucking loser.
Christian's mad that you said his name.
That's good.
I don't give a fuck. I'm going after people in 2020.
Okay.
I'll call everyone the fuck out in 2020.
Well, let's call out Dan Federico, who has the flu this week.
No, I didn't even bother him, bro. Listen, when someone's tweeting that they have the flu, you have respect. You don't go, because here's why. Dan's the type of guy who could be on his fucking deathbed and he'd be like, I'd do it for you guys.
No.
So I show him the respect
Okay.
and I don't even reach out because he's sick. Okay?
Dan's under the weather. We'll try to get Dan when he's not under the weather. But
Next
aren't you
week.
technically always under the weather?
Are you always under it?
Well, how could you be above the weather
If you're
if you're flying high?
Space.
I think that we would have wanted Dan on this week, especially on a week like this when the Yankees had to designate somebody for assignment to kind of go through these lesser-known names on the 40-man roster because Stephen Tarpley bit the bullet yesterday when the Yankees finally announced
shocked.
Brett Gardner's.
Isn't there so many more losers they could have let go? Instead of
Well,
tarp.
they're
I thought they
unproven.
liked tarpies. Tarpy tutus.
All right, I'm going to stop doing the show. Seriously, if you're going to talk like an infant, I'm done.
I had Christian got me a Red Bull.
I know you have like 9 kids now, but, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have to
What's
fucking
going on
talk
with
like
that?
them.
Tarpy tutus.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good show. I feel it.
So, I don't know. You want to briefly touch on this? Gardy's officially official. All right, the Yankees took their sweet-ass time announcing this because what did we say last week? How long ago was it that they came to terms with him or whatever? That
Wasn't it in November 12th or
it
something?
was probably like
Took a long time.
yeah, and I don't know.
I mean,
They really took their time.
I could open up a new tab.
It
They
took
really-
almost
December
2
11th.
months.
December 11th.
December 11th. Yeah, so
Okay.
we were almost
1 month. It's January 12th.
yeah to the
Yeah,
a month
it was
to
a
the
month.
day. They really took their time crossing the T's on Brett there when he had to sign his name.
Yeah, those 2 T's in there, man. It takes a long time
hard.
in there, man. I
It's
got to cross
hard.
them
It's hard.
T's.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
So Stephen Tarpley got DFA'd, 27 years old, the owner of a 6.93 career ERA. I don't think it's really that big of a loss. To be honest.
No.
That was in 21 big league appearances last year and owns a 5.88 overall.
Oh, I'm
ERA
sorry. That
and
was just last year.
31 career big league appearances. That's what.
So
this
what's his career ERA?
Right? Can you lift your mic a little,
article-
like the actual mic,
5.88.
Okay.
like this part?
Wow. So
That good, Chris?
you guys just want to sit there and talk like a bunch of
We
morons?
sorry. We like to have fun.
This is not fun.
Yeah, then don't do the show anymore. We'll have fun.
You know what?
You come over and you're like, "Oh, we gotta do this, and I don't like
I'm
this."
going to sit there and talk to a tree for an hour, and
Go ahead.
it'll get higher ratings than the two of you sitting there talking like a
Yeah,
bunch
right.
of momos.
You don't know. You don't even know. You don't even expand your horizon.
Yeah.
You don't.
You should start listening.
You
to
need to
some
start
pods.
listening to podcasts.
I did.
man.
I listened to a podcast the other day.
What was it?
I can't tell
How
you.
to fucking be as boring as fuck.
No.
Come on, man. You're better than this.
Nope.
You're funny. You're raw. I like when you're raw.
Okay, bro. Tommy fucking tutus. Come on, seriously. There's a line that we can't.
There's
that
no
we, that we
line.
shouldn't be crossing.
There's no line. You don't put up a line. When you want good content, there's no line.
Hey, I'm Tommy Tutus.
I didn't say that. I said tarpy tutus.
think people are sitting there and be like, oh, wow, like, yeah, You think if
If
we're
you like
do you-
Tarpy Tutus, if you liked my Tarpy Tutus line, leave me a fucking review.
You think Aaron
Okay.
Boone is going to come on this show when you're talking about fucking Tarpy Tutus?
I
Yeah.
think he might use
You ever
that.
listen to Aaron Boone?
He might use that on the back of his jersey next year when
I
they do
actually-
the players.
should we
weekend.
Well,
make
he doesn't
it-
have a job right now.
Should
so.
yeah,
should
sure.
here's what I want to hear
That's
on
Tarpy Tutus.
a YouTube comment or on an iTunes review. Should we make a Tarpy Tutu shirt? I'm gonna make a Tarpy Tutu shirt. Everyone's gonna call him that. I wish the Yankees would get him back.
Well, he'll be on the Red Sox, so
Well, yeah.
we'll see him a lot.
I mean, he could accept the assignment. He doesn't have to elect to go to be a free agent there.
Yeah, I would actually maybe do that. If I
Did
was-
Why do you
did
think
you
he
hear-
automatically goes to the Red Sox?
I just
Because
thought
they need a
that's how it works.
closer.
Well, yeah.
What you think? Hold on. You think Tarpley's gonna be their closer?
Who was their
I mean-
closer? He's probably better. 5'8".
Brandon Workman
Workman?
their closer? Why don't you look that up, Ryan?
Craig
All right.
Kimbrell.
Any
Since
opportunity to open up a new
you know,
tab.
you're supposed to be stat guy, Ryan. I got a stat here for you. I saw this yesterday. Brett Gardner and one other player in Major League Baseball are the only two players in the last 7 years to score at least 80 runs. Can you guess the other player?
Okay,
Wait.
say it one more time.
Brett Gardner and this other player are the only two players in Major League Baseball in the last 7 seasons to score at least 80 runs. Who's the other player?
Mike Trout.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been my guess too.
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
That's very good.
That's
company
actually that's fucking crazy.
Brett Gardner and Mike Trout are the only two players in the last 7 seasons to score at least 80 runs in Major League Baseball. 80 runs a year.
That's pretty crazy. I wonder what that means. Gardy's had to have a pretty high on base percentage over the last few years, over the last 8 years.
Well, you know, because there's really nothing else to do. I've been going back and, you know, reliving my Rocky days.
I
and
know.
So
Very annoying.
it's not annoying. It's how. See, you don't think you don't think I understand how to, you know, do social media, but you have to engage with
I didn't
people
say that
on other
I did
levels.
Not say that. That's not what I said.
That's why people like me more than they like you,
no, they don't. People
Because-
fucking hate you.
because I engage with them on personal levels.
There's no way. You know what? I'm gonna start doing that starting tonight. I'm gonna.
People are just like, oh, this is just some guy. He just tweets about the Yankees and then occasionally throw a pic of his kid up there just so everybody be like, oh, but I get like 2 likes. But meanwhile, I like to broaden my horizons.
All right. How many years did you say?
7.
Oh, the last 7 years. Shit.
But I was the point that I was trying to get in Rocky 4 when the guy goes about Drago, he goes, whatever he hits, he destroys. Whenever Gardner gets on base, he scores.
It's true.
His on base percentage.
All right. So his.
His on. Look,
325.
It's not
this
that.
year.
It's not that
it's
good.
not good.
No.
It was
His,
325 this year.
no, I'm not talking about this year though. I'm talking about the last 7. For when this stat.
You were on Baseball Reference.
I'm on it. I got it right in
I
front of
thought
me.
we needed
No,
this.
he's
Three-
tabbing. He's tab horn.
Tabbing it out.
I got a bra.
338 in the last 7 years. That's not that high.
Well, what's his average over the last?
257. So it is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I mean, but
All right, now I'm gonna pull up Trout though. What do you think Trout is over the last 7 years?
his on base
I
percentage.
bet you it's 380.
I would say it's, if not at 400, in the high
Yeah.
390s.
I'm gonna say
I'll go 399.
382 is gonna be my guess.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was over 400. But I would say 390 is like the low end of my estimate.
Wow.
Are we all
Wow.
undershooting?
426.
Oh my god! Look at these OBPs.
Do you hear me?
Man.
426 in
Yeah.
the last 7 years. And his
Look at his
batting
last
average
4 years: 441, 442, 460,
Crazy.
438.
and his batting average is 305 in the last 7 years.
Well, you know, he is the best player in Major League Baseball.
He might be the best player to ever live. That's a fact.
Yeah, that'll definitely.
That it could
the
happen.
fact that
It's a
you're saying
fact that it could be a
now.
possibility. That's a fact.
Yeah, he needs to get the frig out of Los Angeles,
It
dude.
kind of sucks. It sucks that
No, he doesn't need to get out of Los Angeles. He needs to get out of Anaheim. If he was in Los Angeles, it would be different.
Yeah.
the power rankings came out. Yankees are number 1. The Dodgers are number 2.
Yeah. Nice.
If Mike Trout played for the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Yankees, even the Mets, the Phillies, the Red Sox, there'd be no doubt in anybody's mind that this guy would.
He's the greatest.
They would talk about him as the GOAT of Major League
They
Baseball.
still do.
Not really. Nobody. He's the most inconspicuous big star in professional sports because
Right. Can you look that up? Inconspicuous.
because he plays out in Anaheim at 10:30 on a bad team when everybody,
But they got Rendon.
no, they have Rendon.
They're going to win.
Not,
really-
not clearly visible or attracting attention.
Gotcha. He is inconspicuous.
Yeah, even hockey stars get more attention than.
Yeah.
Because who's the big guy in hockey now?
Lundqvist. He's the goalie.
Well, when Ovechkin was the guy, he was the only person talked about. I mean,
I hate Ovechkin.
who would it be now?
You ever
I don't
watch
even know.
hockey?
Tavares.
You ever get into
I
hockey?
stopped watching it.
Christian, you get into hockey at
Not
all?
really.
Hockey was good for a little.
Yeah.
When the Rangers got good again, like 7 years ago.
If the Rangers are going to go on a run, maybe I'll pay attention in the postseason. But other than that,
Postseason hockey is good hockey.
Yeah.
It's good hockey.
I can't
It's good.
watch
It's good entertainment.
like baseball, NFL. I can watch two random teams play. I can't watch random teams play in hockey.
I
I
agree.
can't watch like the St. Louis Blues and Vancouver
No.
Canucks. It'll bore the shit out of
I
me.
got to be honest. I love baseball more than anything. It's tough to watch two random teams. I guess because I love the Yankees so much. It's just it hurts not seeing them.
Yeah, I used to not like watching other teams, but this year I watched.
Like
as
I'll
much as I
like
could.
I'll find I can watch a couple innings of like the Orioles and Royals. Like I can still sit there and maybe
Ew.
catch like an
Why would
hour
you-
of the game
Why would you choose those two fucking teams?
because you're talking about random teams. That's not an attractive matchup. And I would still say like if it was nothing else, if it was a close game, and
I would go live to any team. I want to go to all the stadiums. All of them. I've been to way more stadiums than you.
Why don't you go to the one in Alaska and stay there?
You want me to?
Yeah,
Is there one there?
yeah. There's a minor league team,
Oh, yeah. I've
the
heard of
Alaskan Palins. Why don't you go over?
them. Yeah. I've been to a lot more stadiums than you.
Okay.
How many stadiums have you been to?
0.
3. 4. You've been to Shea, City,
I haven't been to City Field.
Yankee, and Yankee. You haven't been to City Field?
No.
Are you out of your fucking mind? What? Seriously, you haven't?
Go to City
No,
Field.
no, no. Let's talk about this for a second. You haven't been to City Field? It's right around the corner
From?
from here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you really haven't been there? Seriously?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Answer my fucking question. Yes
Why
or
would
no?
I say? What do I gain about lying about not going to City
Okay,
Field?
we have to get you to City Field this year.
Okay.
Let's go to a Yankee Met game.
I'll go to
at
exactly
City.
0 games at City Field this season.
That's fucked up, man.
Why?
City Field is gorgeous.
Okay.
You want to go?
That's something I'm going to go out of my way to do.
No, we'll go to a Yankee Met game
Oh,
now.
that'll be fun.
Come on. Yankees will win. Guaranteed.
Then I have to listen to Met fans say, we have the best pitcher in baseball.
Guaranteed.
And meanwhile, you're 10 games under 500.
Guaranteed or your money back that the Yankees win.
Okay.
The Yankees should do that this year for home games.
Pay you back if
Guaranteed
they
or your
lose.
money back. They're going to win a lot of home games, dude. They might only lose 15 home games this year.
I don't know. You think they're going to go, what, 67 and
Yeah.
15?
Yeah, crazy. I'm telling you. They're going to win a lot.
It could happen. I mean,
It could happen.
How many did the Astros lose?
10. They were also fucking cheating. That's a little scandal, too, that came out, huh? I'm hearing Alex Cora could get the boot.
Yeah.
Could get the baseball boot.
Astros lost 21 home games last year.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
I'm telling you, the Yankees are going to lose 15 to 20 home games this year.
Yeah, they did say, though, this week that those punishments for the
Harshest in sports history, you'll see.
coaches and front office involved, will be severe.
Why don't you look up exactly what they're accusing Alex Cora of doing this time?
I know. I read it in detail. So every team prior to 2018 was using the video room, the replay room, kind of illegally. But the problem is Major League Baseball
Well, it
never
was like
set
it was like
guidelines.
steroids.
Right.
that-
It was
in
kind
that
of like
it
a
was
blind
a-
eye.
it
It was
was-
like boom.
In that you're not supposed to be doing it, but there was no
There was no-
legislation against it.
Exactly. Then 2018.
Because then everybody was like, "Oh, the Yankees did it," but
Right.
it technically wasn't against
Right.
the rules in 2017.
Right. So after 2017, when
And the Astros
everyone
just
knew about the
cheated.
Astros,
The Astros cheated better than the Yankees. did.
right? Everyone knew about the Astros. Then baseball comes out and says you cannot use the video room for anything to enhance your game. The Yankees, no more reports against them. But Alex Cora, knowingly breaking the rules, continued to do this. And apparently the Sox used it a lot. And, well, I'm sure other teams did too, but guess what? We're going to focus on the teams that won the World Series. So now you have a team who won in 2017 that clearly cheated. And now you have a team in 2018 that you're telling me is cheated. So don't tell me that it's not giving them an edge. I'm not saying these teams weren't great without it.
So what did Cora decide in 2019? That he just was going to stop cheating?
Well,
Do you think he's like, I got 2 World Series. Maybe I'll do it on the up and up this year?
Well, there's things that we don't know, such as timelines, right? We don't know at that point if someone was tipped off that Fires was going to leak, or that someone was going to leak, or that more people knew about these allegations. And then Cora could have been like, shit, dude, I need to remove myself from this.
He's going to get fired.
You think?
Because first of all, I don't think they're going to be very good this year. You just got that sense around them.
Is it Cora's fault, though? I mean...
Yeah, but with all this other stuff swirling around him,
he shouldn't be in baseball.
It's going to give the Red Sox a reason to get rid of him.
He shouldn't be in
Like
baseball.
if they start like 10-20 or something like that, just get rid of him. So they don't have to. Then they
Deal
can
with
do
this shit.
a full rebuild.
But he's a great manager, man.
Is he?
Yeah,
Do we
he's
know
been-
that?
Yeah, he's been great for them.
Because he cheated now. We know he cheated.
Yeah, he did. But he's a scumbag.
And it doesn't look like they cheated last year, and they finished in 3rd place.
Listen, I fucking hate Alex Cora, but he's good for that team. They're a bunch of scumbags.
He's a cheetah.
He's a scumbag cheetah. The all scumbag cheetahs over in Boston. Okay.
Yeah, they are. Look at the Patriots too.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
Little cheaters
Patriots.
over there.
Everyone who plays in Boston is a
Yeah.
fucking cheater.
Yeah, they do a lot of cheating.
They do a
So
lot of
why?
cheating.
I don't understand why. The
Are you a
Patriots
cop?
could. The Patriots could have really used some cheating.
Who is
this
this in
year.
my video room? Are you a cop?
They didn't decide to cheat.
Yeah, look at them now.
Now they're home,
Now they're home.
and Tom Brady's going to play for the Chargers.
What have we talked about so
Ooh.
far?
I'd like him on
Is
the
he
Raiders.
gonna?
I
For
want
real?
him, I want him to go to the Raiders. Be their first Vegas QB.
I don't know. He doesn't want to retire. Apparently, he put out this long
Yeah.
Instagram post saying he's got more to prove.
Tommy, what do I get?
This
Brady?
is his first. This is the first time he's ever hit free agency.
That should be a drop. What do I get? Did you ever see that video?
No,
When he makes out with his son? It's phenomenal.
You probably got it removed from the internet.
I don't think he made out with his son. I think
No, he
people
didn't.
like you are.
No, it was a long kiss.
No, it was a long kiss, dude. It was pretty creepy. Okay.
Okay.
Especially because it was followed. It was right after he said, "What do I get?"
He go, what do... Dad,
Can I check my fantasy
Can I
football
check
score?
my fantasy football roster? Sure. What do I get? And then the kid kisses him, and he goes, that was like pecking...
Oh yeah, because first he just pecks.
What
him.
do I get? Just a peck on the lips? And then it's like, no.
He's like, just a peck.
Boom. And I love Tom Brady. He's cute.
Hell yeah.
Good quarterback.
What were we
What
talking
have we
about?
have we talked about Gardy? We did talk about Gardy.
Well, we said the Yankees made it officially official.
All right.
So we may have debated this on this show at a point before, but
Okay.
there's really not. We'll get into the arbitration hearings in a little bit. There were no arbitration hearings, which
No, there
is
was-
the point, but we'll get into that in a little bit. You go on some of these threads after, Yankees officially announced Gardy, and people are like flipping their wig. For $1 million more, we could have had Didi. Okay. I don't
Stupid.
understand why still at this point
You think
in
they
Brett
couldn't have also
Gardner's
gotten Didi?
career, the fans still don't appreciate
Yeah, it's
what
crazy.
he
It's
does
crazy.
for this team.
Listen, I was the first person last year to be like, I don't know, man. He can't play a lot of games. This year, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's Gardy. He's done a great job.
But we should be at a point now where we have to start not saying if we're gonna pit one
So stop
player
saying.
against another player, we have to understand why, or we should sit there and critically think why player A was chosen over player B. If you're gonna make it a Didi Gregorius versus Brett Gardner situation for the 2020 Yankees, doesn't Brett Gardner make the most sense?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing we debated last week when you were trying to make it Betances versus Gardner for the 2020 Yankees. If you can only afford one of those players, doesn't Brett Gardner make the most sense?
Absolutely.
This is if you really want to blame anybody, you got to blame. And I probably said this last week. You got to blame Aaron Hicks. The guy is made out of glass.
Watch this. I found this
seriously.
last week. Watch how funny Gardner's face is here.
Maybe you can.
What is he doing?
He's like listening to Chris Davis. It's a video of him sliding back to first
Is he going
base.
hard?
Maybe you can cut that into a GIF.
All right.
Gotta
Because,
gif it.
because plus the Orioles, I think, what do they have? Look, go to Spot Track. How many more years do they have on Chris Davis? That
Dude, like
Oh my
10.
God.
And
Is
he-
that the worst contract ever?
it's
It's up there.
because at least
The worst contract ever is Ellsbury, and nothing's coming close. Chris Davis at least was decent.
There's
for a
only
year.
one T. That's why you're not getting it.
Thank you.
What do you mean? Oh.
There's only one.
He's talking to me.
What do you call it? The difference between Ellsbury and Chris Davis is that Ellsbury had the decency to pretend to be hurt for 2 years and not show up. Davis is forcing the Orioles to play him
Yeah,
when
it's
they're
crazy.
trying to rebuild. Like maybe they have a decent guy that could have possibly been a first baseman,
Probably not, though.
but probably not.
Let's be honest.
How many more years do they have him?
Fuck. 3?
They have him this year and 2 more years
Yeah.
at $22 million. They still owe this guy 3 years and about $66 million.
It's crazy.
For
That's,
what does he hit over?
And look, no, $42 million deferred from 2023 to 2037.
Oh, Jesus.
what?
They're paying this guy
Oh my
$42 million until
God.
2037.
Now go to his baseball reference page. What does he hit?
Oh, yeah, you want a new tab?
What does he hit in the course of this contract? Like
Where did they get him from? From
I
Oakland?
think he's
Oakland,
their
right?
gun. Is he? Is he not?
Yeah, I
the-
think he started.
No, 'cause
Texas.
Texas. We're thinking of the other Chris Davis.
Yeah, I just was picturing
The
him.
KH one. That douche.
So, what year did he sign? It was a 7-year
We'll
deal.
go back to Spot Track, Chief.
It was 7 years, so it was 2012. He signed that big deal. Or it was right after that.
Like, was Chris Davis worth this contract to begin with?
2016 was the first year of his current contract.
Wait, how long is he getting paid? Until 2037?
Mm-hmm.
What were they on fucking LSD when they did that?
Apparently, he's a favorite of the owner too. Like,
Oh my God.
so 2014,
Yeah, you've had one good year. We'll pay you till fucking
2014, he had a
2037.
top. Shut up. 2014 All-Star finished top 3 in MVP voting. 2015, what did he do, Ryan? I can't see.
In
it.
2015,
He hit 47 home
homers,
runs.
117 runs batted in.
Steroids.
But then, first year of the big contract, hit 38 home runs, average dipped 40 points. 2017, hit 26 home runs, average dipped down to 215. And last 2 years, he's been abysmal. He's hit a combined 28 home runs and batted 168 and 179 respectively. His on-base percentage has been 243 and 276 in the last 2 years.
How many games in each season?
105 this year, 128 last.
Well, he was
2018.
getting benched for a while.
Yeah.
And he had that long hitless streak, right?
Yeah, to start the year, right? It was.
I think it carried
Dude.
over.
How does talent just disappear? Was he
Look
on
at that.
steroids?
Look, this was the start of his year this year. Hits 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. He didn't get a hit until game 13.
Yeah, but the streak carried over from the previous year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Had like 42 straight games without a hit or something, like something crazy like that.
What a shitty
I'm
player.
sure Ryan, since he has so many tabs up, can figure out what the exact streak was.
So what are we getting to?
Yeah.
We're
About
trying to say biggest bounce back season? Is that what you're getting at?
no, we weren't even. It wasn't there yet.
Oh.
It was like 18 games,
Just trying to figure out why we were talking about Chris Davis.
17 games.
Like, I forget how we got there.
Because he was on the video with. Gardner.
Right. Gardner. Right. So fans don't accept Gardner. They just always have shit to say. I think that's what you were saying.
I think that's fair. I don't think people really appreciate the type of player.
I don't
that
think
he
they
is.
do. And up until last year, like, I would be okay with you kind of being pissed that he was still here. But after last season, didn't this guy earn something? I mean, as old as he is, didn't he earn something from us?
Yeah, he earned a contract to play
Fucking
this year.
guy had how many home runs? 28?
Yes.
What? Brett Gardner had 28 home runs.
Mhm.
Granted, juice balls, are we getting the juice balls back? Has that been addressed? That we can even have this conversation is disgusting. But has that been addressed? Are they going back to the juice?
Are they going to tell you that they are? I don't think they are.
Right. Well, that's my point of it's disgusting we could even have this conversation. Like, it's just nothing. But, I mean, Gardy had a great season. How many Yankees had 28 home runs last year?
It just basically comes down to this, right? The Yankees needed somebody to play center field, as we were saying. Aaron Hicks can't stay healthy.
And who's a better choice?
You gonna argue with me, Mike Talkman? I don't know.
No.
No, I can't.
Not
No,
at this
did Mike
point.
Talkman have 28 home runs?
Could he have if he played
Maybe.
the same amount of
But he
games?
didn't.
But he didn't play the same amount of games, so that's
He was also hurt.
he was hurt too.
Was Gardy hurt?
Yeah, Gardy spent time
For what?
on the IL.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
For what, 5 days?
Or 10, at least.
The least out of anyone, though, I bet, right?
It wasn't a long thing with him. So I banged up his knee. They put him on the IL.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, that sucks for you.
Well, then again, someone having one stint on the IL was like not even being injured at all for the Yankees last year.
He played 141 games last year.
141. 141 he played.
Yeah, so he was playing. If you take out his time on the IL, he pretty much played every day last year.
So
I think the Yankees will try to throw Mike Talkman in center field a couple of times this year until Hicks gets back. But I mean, what are you going to do? You're either going to tell me that you're going to give the job to Mike Talkman until Hicks gets back, which means that Mike Talkman's your everyday center fielder, or you're going to go and sign a veteran guy anyway. That's not really. I mean, what is he really going to be? Wouldn't you just rather have Gardy back?
yes.
The thing that's good with Talkman maybe is that they can slot him in there when they need to give guys like Stanton a day off, maybe even Luke Voigt a day off, so you can put LeMahieu at first, and maybe mix the infield around to get Talkman in there, and then you have a couple lefties in the lineup.
Talkman's going to play a decent amount.
So you can
this
have
year.
Talkman and Gardner in the same lineup. I see that being the case a good amount, at least in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, especially if Talkman can show he's got a little bit of punch still in his back because he hit 12.
Punch and Judy.
He's not. He didn't seem to be a punch and Judy hitter last year. He hit 12 home runs in limited time.
No, Talkman was good.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me you still have the option to bring Gardy back, at least let him start the year. And if Gardy looks old and washed up, talk.
The problem with all these outfielders the Yankees seemingly have is that none of them profile to be center
But
fielders.
do they, though? But do they have all these outfielders anymore? They got rid of so many. That was our one area that we had way too much depth.
Everybody's
and
like,
then last year we didn't have any depth. None.
so everybody's like, oh well, why doesn't Clint Frazier get a shot? Clint Frazier can't play defense, period, and you want him to play center field?
My fucking 2.5-year-old son has a better chance of making a play in fucking
He'll keep
center
the ball in
field
front
than
of him.
Frazier.
Do you want? I mean, could Aaron Judge play center field? Do you want him to play
Nah.
center field?
No.
Nah, I don't see him as a center.
You don't fuck with Judge, dude.
Nah.
You don't touch him.
And you got,
You don't talk me.
people don't even want
You don't
Stanton
talk
out.
him.
People don't even want Stanton playing left field.
Maybe Andujar could learn. That could be his new position.
Center field?
Yeah.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm good on that. You got Tyler Wade, who could play a little bit of outfield, but I don't know if he's ready to take over center field.
That's your boy, Rye.
Yeah.
That's your
I think
boy.
he's on the team. He makes.
I
the
think
team.
Stan should play center.
Well, they have an extra roster spot this year because
Yeah, Wade's that guy.
26 man now. So
I think Stan should play there. So he gets hurt again. And then everyone could be happy when he's off the fucking team.
well, we know you'll be happy about it.
Not me, bro. I fucking love G-Man.
So
Yankees Twitter was body shaming Giancarlo Stanton this week.
yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
Body shaming.
Yeah.
Dude's
I'm
fucking
I'm so
ripped.
sick of
The
some of
picture was not very flattering to
Well,
his
he had a
his
bag.
boobs.
He had a bag.
I want to
over-
see this.
over his chest. So it was like, when
I want to see this.
you wear a seatbelt, you ever wear a seatbelt and look down, you're like, oh god, that's what I look like, but it's because of the seatbelt.
Dude, let me tell you something. I always loosen the seatbelt, like the waist part, and I put it over the belly,
Yeah.
and I push it down.
It looked like he had some movies going on,
I want to see this.
but
Trying.
the picture wasn't very.
In
flattering.
this day and age,
That's the picture.
it's got some good titties there. Look at those.
Oh no, that wasn't a bag. That was the bat in the picture. I thought that was that's just a long.
It's just people that don't understand what having pectoral muscles looks like.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Looking good.
John Sterling likes it
got
apparently.
an
too.
info.
He commented on it. The muscle man emoji.
John Sterling does Instagram.
No.
However,
All right, so moving along here, the when was it? Friday night? Oh, it was a deadline to. I think it was
Get your
the
arbitration?
yeah, that was a deadline, right? It was actually Friday.
what? Yeah, it was something because everybody was.
It had to be
Didn't
the
the
deadline.
Didn't the Yankees last year do the same thing, or was it 2 years ago? That they just got everyone back. I think it was last year.
They haven't gone to arbitration. They went to
Since-
arbitration twice in the last 12 years.
Dellin and Sevy.
No, they didn't
Cano.
go to arbitration with Severino.
Oh,
Dellin
right,
and
almost.
Cano.
It was Chiming Wong.
Jimmy Long. Wow.
Oh boy.
But yeah, all
That
9
didn't end
arbitration eligible players agreed to contracts, so the Yankees are not going to arbitration with anybody. The
no
big names,
hearings.
the big names on the list were James Paxton, got $12.5 million,
How is Paxton still arbitration eligible?
probably from his call up date.
Yeah.
Really? So
service
he's been in
time.
a league that wow.
This is his last year of arbitration. He's a free agent at the end of the year. Then Gary Sanchez got $5 million, which was the second highest ever for an arbitration eligible catcher in his first year. But apparently that if you go on the comment threads, that's $5 million too much.
Right.
Okay.
Stupid.
Uh,
Dumb.
Aaron Judge got $8.5 million, which was above what his projection was, but is actually below what he should have got. Injuries.
Below.
He could have been a $10 million player had it not been for injuries.
Below me. Hey, I have a question. How angry are you that they didn't extend him? Are you angry? Is it a personal thing?
With him, yeah, they hate him.
No, with you.
They,
As a fan.
they hate him too.
As a fan.
They can't wait till he hits free agency.
Yeah.
Do you know who the first was for catcher? I'm trying to think.
I
It's
don't-
probably the guy that everyone wants.
I know it will be Real
Muto.
when he settles, but I don't think he has yet.
Real Muto. Hey, serious question. Come on. As a fan, are you a little fucking pissed off for Judge
No.
that he didn't get extended?
Oh my God, I'm pissed off for a guy making $8.5 million a year to play baseball.
Don't you think he should have gotten extended?
It doesn't mean that he can't.
Yeah, but still. Don't you think he's earned it?
It doesn't mean that he can't.
Okay.
You understand that, right?
Yes.
One does not preclude the other.
Yes, but don't you think that would have happened first?
No, it doesn't have to happen first. The
Oh my
Yankees could have.
God. Okay, I'm over it. I'm asking you as your thoughts, not what has to happen.
Was I surprised?
Yes.
A little bit, but it doesn't really. I'm sure that they can still.
I think
get
if they
to
were
it.
going to extend him, they would have done it first. I think it would have happened.
It's probably in their best interest to do it. It'll save them some money to buy out his arbitration years.
Maybe
And
they're
it's-
gonna wait to see how he does this year.
Yeah, because they hate him.
Yeah, and Gary,
No, they hate. No, like Dellin.
hate Judge.
They hate Dellin.
they hate Dellin.
They got rid of him.
They
because
do
they
hate Dellin.
him.
Obviously, it's
Is
not.
this,
That's not a joke, people.
Was this Sanchez's first time in going through arbitration?
See,
Wow.
I can't find who has the number one because Russell Martin's first time through arbitration in 2009, he made $3.9 million. His second time, $5.5 million. So, I'm trying
Hey,
to find
do you
that
wanna know
first time
something?
Through.
Has anyone followed the Eric Hubbs and Paul LaDuca battle on Twitter?
No,
I
but-
think it's all an act because LaDuca also works for Barstool. It's
Yeah,
just to
but
drive
that's
up.
not an act. They
I don't
fucking hate each other.
I mean, it's like who cares? It's Paul LaDuca.
And Eric Hubbs.
Yeah, it's two people.
I mean, Paul
no interest
LaDuca.
But Paul LaDuca's a fucking
mean,
loser
he's-
for all
He's
this.
trying to make it seem like he's better than Gary Sanchez, which
Right,
I mean,
which is why I brought it
Oh.
up.
Ew.
Which is why I brought it up.
I didn't know that. That's
I mean,
disgusting.
because he said that his career batting average is 40 points higher than Gary Sanchez, but Gary Sanchez already through this point in his career has hit like 25 more home runs than LaDuca and has an OPS 100 points higher.
Because then someone was like, Paul LaDuca made 4 All-Star teams in 8 years. And then someone was like, well, Gary's made 2 and 4. I'm like, what kind of scale are you weighing these two players on? Paul LaDuca was a fucking loser.
He was a good player.
He was decent. He was nothing to write home about that we're comparing him to.
He's comparing himself to Gary Sanchez.
Other people were agreeing. What are you looking up, right? You got tabs going on your phone now?
yeah.
Tabs on the
I'm
phone,
trying to-
tabs on the computer.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who made the most money ever for a catcher in their first.
Who else settled
Year of
yesterday?
arbitration.
Can you move your mic so I can read the screen, please? You don't need to talk right now.
How can I move it to?
Like, that's good. Can you talk into the mic?
Look at that.
There you go.
Hello.
You know,
Here's
you
the
move the mic down like this, right?
Here's the rest of the numbers. Gio got 2.475. Montgomery got 800K. Sessa got 895. Chad Green 1.275. Holder 750,000, and Tommy Canley got 2.65 million to buy Red Bulls. The Yankees pretty much settled under projections with everybody except for Urshela and Judge, which was fine. You know, you should probably throw. It was probably good for them to throw Judge a few extra shekels, and Urshela. I guess that was a reward for not being a total loser like everybody thought he was. See, the other guy on here that people were freaking out about is Luis Sessa. Why would you sign Luis Sessa? Oh, well, you know what we could do with that money if we didn't sign Luis Sessa? Look, I know that there, a lot of people don't want to bother themselves with these types of things, but if you're gonna make comments, like at least understand what the arbitration process is.
Yeah.
The guy was under contract.
It's Christian Vasquez.
Where did he get?
Christian Vasquez got $13,350,000.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He got $13 million in his first year
Yes.
arbitration.
Oh, it was first year?
Yeah, there's tiers to it.
It's impossible. It's fucking impossible that guy would get 13. If he would have got $13 million a year
Yasmani Grandal got $7.9 million.
in his first year,
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking it could have been him.
that makes more sense. Because I was gonna say if Vasquez
It has
got
to be someone recent.
if Vasquez got $13 million, then Sanchez should have got like $90 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what could the Yankees have done with $895,000 if they didn't sign Luis Sessa back? I mean, could they have gotten
$895,000. They could have upgraded the bathrooms.
I mean,
at
could
the
they have
stadium.
gotten could they have gotten, I don't know, who was out
They
there?
could have hired a few more workers so I don't have to wait on a fucking 3-hour long line to get a hot dog.
Are they going to do anything about that?
They
Probably
better.
not.
They have to.
Probably not.
The fucking stadium's an atrocity at this point. You wait 2 hours to get in. Unless you're Christian, you have a VIP.
I mean,
And then you wait 3 innings to get a fucking bag of popcorn.
don't show up 10 minutes before the game starts and,
And
expect
then-
to scoot right in.
And then the worst part is that you get the bag of popcorn and a water and you spent $45.
Okay.
By the time you get to fucking food, you're not hungry anymore.
Okay, so don't go to the games.
I'm not. Told you.
I'm not going to any games with you this year.
By the way, we have to talk. The Yankees got back to me
Oh, yeah?
on those dates.
Yeah. I'm sure that they're going to be willing to do
They
something
all
for you after
work.
you just talked a whole
They
bunch of shit
all
about.
work. Okay.
Seriously, though, I'm a little upset. They signed Luis Sessa $895,000. You think of the players that we could have gotten for that amount?
I mean, you're right.
We could have got. I mean, they would have had to come up with another $11 million, but we could have got Didi back.
Right.
Very mad about
You're
this.
right. They could have actually, I heard Chris Carter wants me to come back.
Is he in Japan? Like, I'm not being funny. Like, I really thought he.
Yeah, he probably is.
He
They
was
actually-
last year. He was raking.
They actually hate him there, too. They told him to go the fuck back to his own country. That's what they told him.
Oh my god.
That's what they told him.
That was in 2017.
Yeah, that was the last we've heard of him.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at.
Yeah,
I'm not looking
seriously.
into this.
I
again.
mean, the rabbit hole that we go into of looking things up.
Yeah,
Does-
but
does
this
it
is
really
the
matter?
information that we provide that other people don't provide to them. There are probably people wondering what Chris Carter is doing.
Yeah, so that if he's not dead, they can plot to kill him, because everyone fucking hates Chris Carter. Everyone. If there's a Yankee fan,
Oh,
out
he's
there-
in, that's not right.
Vernon Christopher. Carter.
No, but that could be his legal name. Go click that.
that's it.
That's him.
Yeah.
He's in Mexico.
Oh, jeez. Drugs?
He's a DH for the Aceros
Oh, he's still playing.
de Monclova of the Mexican League.
Thought he was in the drug cartel.
He could be. doing both.
Maybe.
Like how we have in minor leaguers in America have to be Uber drivers.
That's true. He's a
I'm just
fucking
kidding.
mule.
Oh, good for him. At least
Yeah,
he's-
hey, he gets to get paid to play baseball.
Yeah,
he's,
whatever.
he's
I'm
still
not-
living.
you know
he's
what,
still
though?
living his dream.
You know what, though? Not good for him. Fuck him. He sucks. That ball that got past him in Oakland ruined the entire season. Remember?
Yeah.
Was it Oakland?
Yes.
I thought it was.
Or is it
I was
Angels,
scarred.
maybe?
I thought
Yeah,
the
it was
Angels.
that road trip. It was that road trip.
He had a nice home run against Pittsburgh.
Can we talk about the bounce back season? Because I'm really excited about it.
Are you?
I am.
What are you excited about?
I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Who's going to have the best bounce back season?
So yesterday, I posted a poll. Really, there were 4 players last year that really made no type of significant impact on the team. It was Stanton. I guess you could count Montgomery, but
Nah.
So there's really Stan, Andujar.
Clint Frazier.
No, Stanton, Andujar. I have it right in front of me. No, I'm looking. Stanton, Andujar,
Sanchez,
Severino,
right?
and no. Can we bring this up? Because I think we've gotten away from this. When the fuck are you gonna punch him in the face? We have a bat. I'm telling you.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get it.
Ryan, you know that the window is closing.
It's closing. So
We have not brought
quick.
this up because it's been the holiday season and the baby was coming, but we have to bring this up now. I keep getting requests for
I know,
when
people are
Ryan
pissed.
is going to punch Chris in the face on the pod.
I'll have some people that missed a few episodes, and then they're like, guys, I just came back. Did he get fucking punched yet? And it's just like people are so open about it.
I'm gonna
Like
punch
people are so willing to
When
watch
are the
me get
Yankees
hit.
reporting to spring training? Isn't it like February 12th or something like
I
that?
should just have done it right now.
I see it though. I see it happening. Remember the setup.
Like, you honestly, like, you cannot let this pass. You can't let it pass. Seriously, Ryan.
Because then it's use it or lose it, and then it gets passed on.
And then-
Remember,
and then
I'll
it
go
get-
back to the episode.
It gets transferred to Chris.
Transferred to me, and I could punch either one of you.
No, you cannot punch either one of
Yeah.
us. The bet was between you two.
But if I just punch you, then it's just a regular
If
punch.
you punch me, I swear to Christ, I'll strangle you with a computer cord.
then it's just a regular punch. I just punched you right in the fucking face because I'm
Yeah.
a man. That's why.
When did we say I have until?
You have until the day the Yankees report to spring training. The pod before they report to spring training. So that whatever. So if they
Oh
report
my
on the 12th
God.
and we do our last pod on the 10th, whenever that date is, that's it for you.
Just don't break my glasses, bro.
No, I'm gonna hit your jaw.
Do you want me to do this so you can see it? I'll pull the fat back
I'll leave it there. It'll
so you
be a
can see
little
my
extra,
jawline.
extra padding. I won't have to wear gloves.
Just draw rock him once.
Man,
You don't even have to knock him out. Just give him a solid shot that he knows that you were there.
Oh,
I got it. We got time.
Dude, he said fucking Tommy Tutus on the show
no, I
today.
didn't. I said Tarpy Tutus.
And-
That's gonna be such a good shirt. It's gonna be It's gonna be a torso, like the bottom half below a torso with just legs and a tutu, and it's gonna say Tarpy Tutus on it.
Seriously, how does that not make you want to punch him?
It does.
That's gonna be a legendary hit of the show. Everyone's gonna be walking around saying Tarpy Tutus.
Yeah.
Whenever they see him on the show, whenever he makes an appearance this season.
Don't
People
be
are gonna-
that guy, Ryan. Seriously, our fans are waiting for
That's
this
true.
to happen. Don't
It's
be
true.
that
You're
guy.
pissing people off now. You are. Not me.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Hold on.
I appreciate
When
this.
in baseball, there's a trade deadline. Do they make a trade in April?
Right.
Do they
You're
make
right.
a trade in May, or do they
He-
wait until
he's
that last
waiting.
minute?
He's
that
waiting for me.
11:59 p.m. That Justin Verlander in September deadline
He's
deal.
waiting.
Yeah,
He's
but
waiting for me to
we're at
continue to
11.
fuel.
We're at
My
11
team's
o'clock.
still-
We're at 11
There's
o'clock
other teams
right
that
now.
are still competing. That I'm trying to wait and see if they drop off. My mic sounds different now.
Does it?
I think I changed something by moving it so much.
You didn't.
See, think about it like this, right? By the Yankees not getting Justin Verlander, he went to Houston, and then they used Houston against them to win the World Series that year. You not using this punch, then Chris can use it against you. Do you really want that to happen?
No.
That would be funny as fuck.
That was a good analogy there, but it's not going to happen. I got time.
Yeah, lift it up a little maybe.
Your time is running out.
I know it is.
It could be like an Edwin Encarnacion trade. That didn't happen at a trade deadline. That should happen in like June.
Yeah, but that wasn't a big like.
They needed
that
a
wasn't
power
like,
hitter.
oh
They
wow,
needed-
they're
but
they're
they
gonna
ne-
win the World Series now because of that trade.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
I want to splash, dude.
Can we? Because I'm starting to get anxiety. Can we start to talk about this now? The biggest bounce back.
He's
season?
getting anxiety because he thinks he's going to get
Trust
punched.
me, dude. I have a whole plan set out.
All right, you know what?
I
I'm
have a
going to be.
whole
I'm
plan.
telling you right now.
Christian,
I'm
I
being
was
very.
recently. I almost texted you a couple days ago, telling you my plan to give you the heads up because I need you involved in my plan.
All right. Okay.
I'm too smart for this. though.
You're not though.
I
dude.
am. I'm
You're
so
not.
fucking smart.
No,
I'm
you're
going to be
not.
You
severely.
know how many crime fucking documentaries I watch where I pick up on certain things?
I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be severely disappointed in you, Ryan, if you don't do this and then let him hold it
Trust
on you.
me, he's. I'm not gonna let it get to that point.
We didn't see, we added the stipulation that it gets passed on to him to make sure you do this.
Absolutely.
Wait till next episode when I have the whole fucking room set up differently now.
Good. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be at this table. We also agreed
Ryan's
there
gonna
that it
sit
can be
across
off
the room.
location.
No, it can't be off location.
Yeah, it can.
No.
All right, so we
People
all right,
want
But
it on the
that's-
pod.
But guess what? That's not my plan,
People want it on the pod.
or is it my plan?
all right. So Chris's anxiety is acting up. So let's.
You see that, Chris? You didn't even flinch.
Because I'm fucking not scared of you. I could hit back. You can't tell me I can't.
No,
That-
no.
That
No,
is
no,
fucking
no.
Definitely
It's
not
fucked up,
true.
but I
no,
can.
no, you cannot. You cannot. I'm the
This is not-
commissioner.
This is
then,
not.
then I'm hitting you again, and then we're fighting.
then we're fighting. Then it becomes a fight.
It's a
no. I'm punch on the pod commissioner here
It
because
doesn't matter though. I could still break the rules.
no, you can't.
Did-
I want a severe punishment if
was
he hits
Mike
me back.
Tyson allowed to fucking eat Evander Holyfield's ear? No, but he did it.
Yeah, but he also got suspended from boxing.
So you
Yeah,
can suspend me from the pod.
All right, if you fucking hit me, then this is a two-man
You
group.
can suspend me
all right, if you hit back,
if I bite his ear.
if you physically react to him, Ryan and I are gonna beat the shit out of you with
Yeah.
chairs. These chairs we're gonna beat
Okay,
you with.
I actually
And all
have
your kids'
I'm gonna
toys.
amend the bet in a good way.
We have to agree to this, by the way.
If Ryan doesn't punch me by the time they report, okay, I don't want to hit him back. I want my punch to turn into a razor, and I want to shave his fucking head because I'm sick of his fucking hair. Okay, so if he doesn't hit me, I don't want to hit him back, but we are going to shave his head on the podcast. Deal?
I can't do a shaved head. I can't. I'll
So
maybe I'll
fucking hit
consider
me.
cutting my hair.
All right,
No,
all
But
right,
I'm
no,
not
no,
shaving my hair, dude. My head's
No,
way
I'm
too
buzzing
big for
your
that,
fucking
dude.
head.
no. I'll as
And I gotta go to work. I'm not
punch
So
on the.
hold on.
All right, no. As
I'm
punch on
man
the.
I look like
enough.
Mega Mind. I'll look like Brett Gardner.
No. Listen, as punch on the pod commissioner, I will amend the bet that if Ryan doesn't use the punch by the
12th.
by the time
11.
whatever the date is,
Yeah.
whatever the date is, if he doesn't use the punch, then he has to get a haircut, not a shaved head,
No,
but a haircut.
nope. I'll take the punch then.
All right. Well, guess what?
It's gotta happen on the podcast.
because I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Okay.
Dude, his hair is so long that a regular ass haircut for him is going to look like having a shaved head.
My jaw is right here. Okay, come on.
I think
Can we wap this up? It's been 50 minutes.
A haircut, I think, is fair.
Want to do a podcast where we just talk for 6 hours?
No, okay, so
Lindsay could cut my hair on the pod.
we can allow that to happen.
I'll just sit here. She'll be behind me cutting my hair.
Okay, that's the deal.
We'll do the episode.
I don't want you to be pampered though.
I want an apron though.
Yeah, I think
So I
that'll
don't
be
get hair all over
necessary.
my clothes.
That'll be necessary. All right. So we ran a poll. Since it was really down to Betances, Stanton, Andujar, and Severino, guys that really missed most of the year, had no impact, that were kind of expected to have impact on the team in 2019. And Betances isn't here anymore, so no one cares about him.
Mm-hmm.
These three players, Stanton, Andujar, Severino, who do you expect to have the biggest bounce back
Do I
year?
have to choose one of those?
Yes, we're going off the poll.
I chose the one that I considered
What is it again?
Severino, Stanton, or Andujar. And out of those three, I went with the guy who I felt will have the least spotlight on him, who will have the least attention on him to prove that he can still play in this league, and that's Luis Severino. He's going to fly under the radar in this rotation with Garrett Cole being here. And, Stanton's got to come back, and he's got to show that he can be an MVP again. Andujar's got to come back and has to show that he had somewhat improved on his defense and can still be that offensive caliber player he was when he was here. But Severino, he doesn't have to be the ace that he had to be when he was last pitching here. He has to just be a 2, a 3.
No, not a 3. 3's too low.
All right, but a 2. But anyway, no matter what, regardless, he still has the least spot,
least pressure.
He's not in the spotlight.
That's really that's going to be up to Garrett Cole too.
Well, I think that's a fucking phenomenal take on it.
Thank you.
And based off of
He's
those,
kissing your ass so you don't punch him.
no, I fucking hope he punches me. I really do. Based on that reasoning, I think I have to agree. If we have to choose those 3 players, that's who I would choose.
Well, Dick, who do you want to choose?
Aaron Judge.
He wasn't hurt enough.
But why does bounce back mean you have to be hurt?
Because we were using that as a criteria. These
Okay.
guys were basically invisible last year.
Okay. Then I think it's going to be Sevy. I do. I think it has to be Sevy. Sevy having a bounce back year like that would be phenomenal. But overall, if we're not using that criteria, I think it's going to be Aaron Judge. I think Aaron Judge, he was hurt, but I think he had a letdown season for us.
He only played 102 games last year. So
When he really was healthy again, he was Aaron Judge.
Not really.
I think
How many home runs did he hit?
27. And remember how many
but
weeks?
dude,
how
he
many
went
weeks?
on a tear.
How many weeks did he, when he came back, that he just had no power in his bat?
I'm pulling up his game logs to show when he really started to just hit dinger after dinger. Yeah, it wasn't until like August 20th. Look at all his home runs. He had one in the month of August until the 20th.
Oh, wow.
Then he had one on the 20th, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, the 27th, the 28th, the 31st. I mean, he started tearing by September.
Did you know there's a running timer on here?
Oh shoot, I forgot to do the timer
and
again.
what's your point?
I'm just saying you could see it now.
I look at it.
I gotta get
I didn't know
another
that.
tab up here.
The fans were pretty split on this. It actually ended in a tie between Stanton and Severino. Each got 45%, and then Andujar finished third with 10%. Are fans down on Miguel Andujar?
I just don't think he's a viable option to them anymore. Like, he's not real. He's not real life.
What does he fucking pretend?
Yeah. People are like, well, where's he going to go?
Could you stop? We're having a serious conversation now.
I'm not. I don't
You can stop with your fucking Tommy Tutu shit right now.
Nope.
I think it's a mix of being low on Andujar and high on Urshela. There's not another player of those 3 that has that other guy that's
I don't think realistically
replaced.
that Yankee fans see where they're going to make room for Andujar.
He's gonna probably DH, don't you think so?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say
how much of a bounce back is he going to have?
Yeah, well, if he hits 297 with 30 home runs,
Yeah,
this
that's
year.
great. But to me, that's not a bounce back. That's just being him.
That is a bounce
That's him
back.
being healthy. That's why I don't get this poll.
No,
to be
but
honest.
Chris, though, that is
biggest
the thing.
bounce back is biggest healthy season.
Yeah, but that's a part of being like a comeback player. It's missing a year or having a down year, and
Which
That's
one
a
of these
comeback
guys is going
player,
to
though. That's
replicate who
comeback.
they are better?
Who's the biggest comeback player than Andujar?
Stop.
Bounce back is different. Bounce back means
I
they
feel
were
like it's
healthy and they didn't perform.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fucking argue
Okay.
the semantics of the words to fit what you want to talk about
I'm
right
just
now.
saying.
I see what you're saying.
Everybody
That's
else
fair.
didn't
Bounce
have a
back.
problem with it, and we know if Twitter didn't have a problem with it, there was really no issue with it. But now Chris is going to have a problem with
It's
it.
not that I have a problem with it. It is an important word,
I
though.
just fucking told you what the criteria of the vote was. Okay,
So who's
just
going to have
deal
the
with.
biggest? So that would be if that's your definition of bounce back. Yeah, I mean that'd be great. But for me, I don't question his offensive talents, and if he's just going to be an offensive player, he better fucking hit 297 with 30 home runs. He better, or else he's fucking completely underperforming. If you're going to take away the one aspect of his game that we all question, then you better be fucking phenomenal at the part that we don't. End of story. And I don't think at that point
I
that
agree
he'll
with
be that guy. I think he will be a letdown. I think he's a head case. I think he's a little bit of a head case.
Oh, this is a psychiatry session with Chris now.
You want my take on it, right? That's my take.
That's not fair to say about him. You have no basis.
A lot of things aren't fair.
You're calling his mental acumen into question now.
You want to
You're
know
calling
why?
him weak mentally.
No, because now I'll compliment him while I say it. I don't think his issues at third base have anything to do with his skill set. I think he's a phenomenal talent in the field. I think it gets to his head. I think these balls that eat him up are in his head. I think he's a phenomenal talent with a phenomenal arm. So I see Miguel Andujar as being a guy who has issues when things get to his head. And if you take that away from him and you just put him as DH and he knows that all he has to do is show how good he is offensively, it could get to him.
Stop making those noises, Christian.
Now, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. It's when I annoy him.
It's Tommy Tutus over here.
I never said Tommy Tutu.
Harpley.
It's Tarpy Tutus. Can't wait for the shirt.
I think if we're looking at it between those three guys, I think, like Brian said, I think Severino is going to fly most under the radar out of those three guys.
And I think he loves that.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to look at it, so there's certain levels each guy's going to have to hit in order to be who you expect him to be. Stan's going to have to hit 35 to 40 home runs this year. He's going to have to stay on the field, hit 35 to 40 home runs, drive in a buck 10, right? Andujar's going to have to hit in the high 290s, probably have 50 to 60 extra base hits. And Sevy's going to have to go out there and pitch
Find that fucking dog.
And pitch to a what? 3.2 or lower ERA?
Yeah.
Which one of those guys is most likely to do that?
Severino.
And
we really can't underestimate the importance of health this year. I mean, these guys have to stay healthy. Because what do we even really have to gauge on? Like,
Nothing.
even Sanchez, the guy needs to stay healthy,
Games
man.
played.
These guys need to be out there.
That's their main weakness.
They need to be healthy. Can they stay healthy?
And, look at the pressure. Stanton's probably under the most pressure in the outfield, Andujar in the infield. But in terms of the starting rotation, the pressure, there's I don't want to say none because he has definitely something to prove.
Garrett Cole becomes the expectation.
Garrett Cole, but then you look at Tanaka's on a contract year, right?
So is Paxton.
James Paxton's on a contract year. So those three guys are really, really trying to prove, something for themselves in their future.
And really, you have to remember what Paxton did in what game was that, 4? 5? Game 5.
5?
Yeah. It was game 5. What he did in game 5 and how he left it on the field was, hey, I'm your fucking ace, man. I'm your guy. So now he's clearly not the ace anymore. But can he be a 1A? Can he be a 1B? Do we have a 1A, 1B on this team? Do the Yankees potentially have 3 fucking aces and a guy who's lights out in the postseason in Tanaka? Is that the rotation that we're throwing out there in 2020? Because that's fucking filthy.
I think right now you're probably looking at an ace and 2 2s in Tanaka.
2 2s?
I did that for you, by the way.
Tarpy 2 2s. Oh, man, I love it. I love you guys. Don't hit me. Don't punch me.
Seriously, Ryan. Don't let that go to waste.
We're brothers.
He's going to use that against you now.
We are brothers, bro. You shouldn't hit your brother.
I'm sure he's going to bring his children into this too somehow.
I do have kids. And then I have to tell them, yeah, Uncle Ryan
think
hit
Miguel
me.
Cabrera reached out to Austin Romine when he signed with the Tigers?
Definitely.
Because they got into a fight?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
was thinking about that.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Come on,
I think
bro.
the first time
I'd like to find that out.
I think the first time those two speak is at spring
I
training.
bet you they already talked. It becomes
That's interesting.
It's just a baseball respect type
because they
thing.
fought a few years ago.
Hey Miguel,
Everyone
you know
does
we're
That
gonna
was
bring.
that was one of the best fights ever.
Hey
too.
Miguel, we're gonna bring in Austin Romine.
Where's his brother, by
Who?
the way?
Andrew?
Where's Andrew?
I don't know, Ryan.
Andrew was.
Stop doing that, man. I'm trying. I'm not a fucking robot. Not Siri.
Ryan, you should know. Wait, talking about Siri real quick.
Seattle last year. But who knows?
We went on my
No, that was
daughter.
3 years ago.
We went on my
Yeah,
daughter's
he's not playing anymore.
on my daughter's iPad, and I guess you could see what she's asked Siri. Yeah. And the most recent question was, "How do you stop your 2-year-old brother from annoying you?"
That's great.
So funny.
Okay.
All right.
All
I'm sure
right.
something popped up though. You can find anything on Google.
It could pop up.
Yeah, maybe you should not let her ask those questions.
Why?
Because what if
I would
it's like,
ask.
what if it's like suffocate him with a pillow?
Well, then I'll sue fucking. I'll sue Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
Speaking of lawsuits, we'll wrap up the show
Oh my
with
god,
this.
that fucking loser.
One of the most bizarre things. Ryan, please get it up. Please get up the.
I mean, come on. This is a publicity stunt.
And he's his own lawyer.
Well,
Yeah,
he went to
'cause-
law school.
Because they're talking about it. They're like, what lawyer is going to fucking take this case on? Himself.
So this guy who Garen Lassiter,
He would have been the next.
he
Derek
is
Jeter.
suing he sued the Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds for allegedly derailing his career to save Derek Jeter's career.
The best part is, if you can find it, how he came up with the settlement amount of $34 million. He gauged his floor and his ceiling and took the salaries of the two guys
Wow.
and then joined them. He said, at worst, I would have been this guy, and he makes X amount. And at best, I would have been this guy, and he makes X
So I
amount.
believe this was back in 2018. He
Yeah,
filed
he filed
suit, and this wasn't recent. It was just recently that it came out. But the judge dismissed the ruling, saying that the Yankees weren't responsible for his failed career. He was drafted in the 27th round of the 2008 draft. Had a career 244 average with 4 home runs across 5 seasons. He said from 2008 to 2012, Derek Jeter was pretty much still an all-star player at that point in his career. So I don't really know what his problem
So
was.
is he saying like, because what's that term? Like Clint Frazier right now is what?
Blocked.
Blocked. Is he suing him because he was blocked?
No, he's suing him because he's just something wrong with him.
He did
Right.
drugs.
But is that his argument? Is that
They were holding him
blocking me?
down to preserve Derek Jeter's career.
So
It's
Clint
basic.
Frazier has a case.
Yeah, maybe.
I missed only 20 out of 27 balls hit to me in the outfield.
Wow. I mean,
Here he goes on to say, many nights he slept in his car. He had without home and money to pay bills. He's educated himself. This is all that's happened to him after he stopped playing baseball. Do they have the reasoning why he came up with that number?
Yes, I told you.
Yeah, but in this exact article, I think you might have to go down a little bit.
Why was he sleeping in his car, by the
He
way?
had no money. He pissed through his.
Oh, whose fault is that?
He pissed through his signing bonus.
Oh. It's your own fault. Is it 34 million or 36?
34. That article was wrong.
Yeah. It's great.
I mean, I don't see why his argument is that a lot of good players.
All right,
get-
That's right. So it says you might
Oh,
wonder
here it
why
is.
the $34 million,
Here we
blah blah blah. So his math is much crazier than you would expect. He got to $34 million by comparing himself to 2016 Rookie of the Year Corey Seager and Brandon Whedon.
Brandon Whedon.
Brandon Whedon, because he was a prospect that went on to play in the NFL, and Lassiter went on to redshirt at Miami after his release. His math is at $17.468 million based on Seager's earnings and $11.598 based on Whedon's earnings.
Which he made for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, redshirt at Miami for University of Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
So
man.
but that
However,
there's
that
a
is
missing.
only $29 million.
The other $5 million is for
Pain and suffering.
no. I wasn't.
Where is it?
Go up.
What could it be? Of course, it's 5.
Oh, the missing money, of course, is because it's for a $5.6 million to cover a professional basketball career that did not happen.
So great. What a great fucking guy.
I don't know if there's.
This is a publicity stunt.
I don't know if there's any type of shows that this guy could go on. Maybe he could fight the Bagel Boss.
I could get him on here.
I don't think.
But, like, do we really want to talk to this jerk
Nah.
off? You know? Oh. Okay.
Do you want
No,
to
I
talk to
don't.
him? Do you want to
Unless we change everything like you said we were going to do for John Sterling.
For what?
Like we change our questions to make their responses look even worse.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
So, I mean, this guy made a bit of news this week. The Yankees didn't move him from shortstop to third base. That's like the only little thing that he has
But who
going for him.
cares? Like, if you're that good.
The guy hit like 190 in his last season in like A-ball. So he wasn't,
You
dude.
sucked. You sucked. If anything, if you were good, you would have been traded. Yankees could have gotten something for you, bro. Then you could have played for the Mets.
Yay, Mets. All right, so I don't know. We'll see what's going on next week. We're in slow times here.
Hopefully, Danny flew.
Danny, the flu flew away.
Danny
Flew to Rico.
Yeah, it flew to Rico. All right, so there you go. Please follow us on Twitter at NYY Sports Talk. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel there. Get your Tommy Tutu shirt.
Tommy Tutu's coming up this
All right.
week.
We need 10 new subscriptions and 10 comments saying that they want a Tommy Tutu shirt, and then we'll make it. Okay,
Absolutely.
So there you go. All right, so that'll wrap up episode 161 of the NYY Sports Talk podcast. Thank you for listening. Stack Guy Rye.
Go Yanks.
Chris, say goodbye.
Peace.